They have admitted there are no morals. Morals don't exist. And Kate, you do that too. You have said it before. Morals don't exist. You said it before. And here you are arguing morality and trying to put God on trial for his moral standards or what you perceive as a lack of moral standards.
This is a response to Bible Thumping Wingnuts' latest video on objective morality with BionicDance.
I mean, it's possible I said morals don't exist at some point in a video from way back when, but what I probably meant was that absolute morals don't exist. Morals, as a lot of people describe them, don't exist because, yes, they are opinions. They are personal feelings. And while you may not like that, while you may say, well, we need absolutes, that doesn't mean absolutes do exist. And unless you can show, not just say, but show that absolutes do exist, then I'm sorry, again, I don't buy your position. And I know G-Man's been saying, well, look at how everybody and their hamster says that rape is wrong. But everybody and their hamster says that rape is wrong. But the problem is that what they're saying is, here's something that hurts, here's something that doesn't hurt. We like the thing that doesn't hurt, so let's go with that instead. That's essentially what's being said there. And yeah, the vast, vast, vast majority of people seem to think that rape is wrong. But I mean, I've already pointed out that there are various cultures and various bits of scripture that say that rape is perfectly fine under certain very specific conditions. So again, it's not a universal, it's not an absolute that rape is wrong. It's a very widely held opinion, one I happen to agree with, but that exists not as an absolute, but only as that hurts doesn't hurt proposition, that mental calculation. Does this hurt? Doesn't it? That's all. And I know that idea. I know you think there needs to be an absolute somewhere, but I want you to show me how we ever get to an absolute. And you can't just throw out God, because as I said, that's God's opinion. So you have to show how either a God exists and then it's more than just his opinion, or you have to concede that that's not the case, one or the other.
Well, that was all nice what she just said, but that's just her opinion. And my point is going to be primarily to what Kate said. And before I address what she said, you all have said that from your position, it's just an opinion, which means you have no foundation. And treating others kindly is only your opinion. Saying that empathy is something that should drive us is just your opinion. Kate says that my position and G-Man's position depends on God. That's our point. So does yours. If you're going to take a position on morality, it depends on God. The fact that we're all sitting here talking about morality is evidence that there's an ultimate standard. It's evidence that God exists.
Well, Thumpy, a simple discussion of morality isn't proof of anything but the fact that we have a concept of morals and we're talking about them. The premise that discussing morality proves God is absurd. Besides, which God would it prove? And you know, why do you think it would be your God? There's just as much proof for your God as any other.
Kate says she speaks boldly for atheism. Absolute morals don't exist. And she sat here and she just justified rape. You all heard it. She justified rape by talking about in some cultures it's okay to rape. And this is the hypocritical position of atheism on display. She sits here and justifies rape in other cultures, and then when it suits her argument, she'll twist the scriptures, take the scriptures out of context from the Old Testament and say that rape is wrong. It's complete hypocrisy. It's the foolishness of atheism. For her to sit here and say absolute morals don't exist, she can't say that child abuse is wrong. She can't say that rape is wrong.
From her statement that morals are opinion-based, yeah, she can, because it would be her opinion, and she didn't actually justify rape. She said that it's subjective, that other people would think that it's okay.
And you know what? Nobody lives like that. Kate doesn't live like that. Atheists don't live like that. Atheists have moral standards. And you just can't explain them apart from saying it's from God. It's from God. The truth of the matter is that we all know that God exists.
Yes, you can explain morals apart from God. Our morality is a product of evolution. Because we are a social animal, our instinct is to cooperate. The better we get along, the better we thrive as a species. If we were to kill each other left and right just for the hell of it, society would crumble, so no God needed. By the way, everyone doesn't know God exists. If I knew God existed, I wouldn't pretend like he doesn't because I don't like him or something. I'd be saying, screw God, instead of, I don't believe in God.
And we all can see that. Kate makes videos. Love you, Kate. It was great to see you on Len's show last night. You make videos, Kate, with the big old world right behind you, about to roll over your body, and you stand there and you mock God and say, where's the evidence, Kate? You say that to your audience. Where's the evidence? That planet behind you that's about to roll over you is evidence.
Wait, how is the Earth proof of God? The Earth is a natural phenomenon. No need to invoke a creator, since we already know how it came to be. And like I said before, even if it was proof, why would it be proof of your God and not someone else's?
And we as Christians, we just are blown away at how deceived you guys are to see God in nature, God in morality, God in your conscience, and God through Scripture.
You have just misrepresented me very badly, and I'm not going to stand for it, because I did not justify rape. I pointed out that your insistence on an absolute when it comes to rape is not correct. I didn't say that I prefer those societies that condone rape. I never said that even slightly. All I was doing was pointing out...
You said that it was all right.
Okay. Point is, no, I didn't. I never said it was okay. Never. And if you think
in those cultures, rape is okay.
Was that in those societies, it is considered okay. I didn't say I agreed with it. So if you're going to sit there and tell me...
Is it absolutely wrong?
Like I said, I was not justifying rape. And to answer your interrupting question, no, I don't think there is an absolute morality. Never have, never will. Gosh, I've completely lost my train of thought here because of all the interruptions. But I mean, the thing is that as far as I'm concerned, morality comes from somewhere. I don't believe in a God.
This is addressing the text that slithered up onto the screen. It should be fairly obvious why she doesn't say anything is absolutely wrong, because she doesn't believe absolute morality exists, and I happen to agree. The statement that believing in moral absolutes is an admission of the existence of God is false. A God's morality would be subjective to it, unless it's following a truly objective set of morals. And in your God's case, it's obvious by the Bible that he doesn't even follow his own morality.
I just don't. And for you to come in here and say to me that a God is required to have any basis of empathy or compassion, it not only makes me think, well, prove God's existence if you can, but it also says to me that you're not just diminishing me, but diminishing yourself as well. I'd like to think that I have the capacity to treat people in the way I want to be treated, just as a natural consequence of being who and what I am, of having that ability to feel pain and to imagine other people in pain and to want to try to prevent it because I don't like it any more than they do. That's where things like compassion come from. And no, I don't believe in absolute right or wrong. Like I say, I believe in hurts and doesn't hurt. And that's what I care about. So again, if you're going to try to paint me as this person who will agree with absolutely anything because I don't believe in an absolute morality, get stuffed. That is not how it works. That's not what I'm saying at all. And if you say it again, I swear to Poseidon, I'll leave this chat again, because there's no talking to you. There's no convincing you that my side is not what you think it is, and we can't have a genuine two-way discussion. So until you start taking me as I represent myself and actually listen to clarification when I give it, if you don't do that, there's no point talking to you. None.
I just want to confirm, absolute morals don't exist, which means, Kate, does that mean that there's nothing that is absolutely wrong all the time?
That's right.
I'm going to use murder as an example of subjective morality because it's fairly easy to explain. So, if an armed robber broke into your house, it would be acceptable to kill them to protect yourself or your family or whatever. Or if someone were shooting up a school and you had the means to kill that person, it would be right to do so. Morality is completely situational, and if any situation were to arise where the overall harm done would be less, you'd be justified in killing someone. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.